as you know from this channel, I'm not a big fan of the whole Omnibus UI with On Duty whenever they launched that. I've always liked the old one better, and the first thing I do is I click custom every time I go to that menu. But they did redesign the whole thing, so stay tuned and we'll take a look at that in depth in this video. Hello everyone, this is Shadow Dragon back on DC Universe Online test server, and there is a whole bunch of stuff to test. If you want to see the Crypto Ally, click on the information link above. This video is going to go over the new On Duty UI. So getting right into it, this is what it looks like. And I'm going to go through it with a control pad, just so I can test all platforms, because obviously with PC you can just mouse through all of these easily, but I want to make sure all the controls work on control pad. Okay, so let's see, this looks pretty much the same. Except when you go through, you're going to notice that there are favorites here. So this is the menu I usually ignore. I go straight to custom. The reason for that is, like, if you go to latest episodes, you can choose the episode, but you can't exactly choose what you're queuing for. So, like, if I went to episode 43 and I hit start queue, I could be in the duo, the alert, or the raid. I kind of don't like to do that because I just want to be able to plan everything. I have different loadouts and setups for each instance, so I don't want to, think I'm queuing for a duo and then all of a sudden get an alert. So that's why I never use this one. Even worse is the Omnibus, because if you queue for a solo, you're going from 1 to 6. So the only time I do Omnibus is with solos, because if I get one I don't like, I can back out and that doesn't screw anyone else up. Summer seasonal is fine because there's only one instance. Like, you first queue the vault, then you queue the seasonal. Save the universe. At the moment they let you do by content size. So why save the universe here twice though? Oh, this is the 2 installments of it? Is that what it is? Okay, so that's VMF. That one has VMF. This one has Smallville. Okay, so yeah, this is just 2 installments. We have this one here currently. VMF and KCT. On test server, the solo is missing from here, so that's a bug. I think after July we're getting this set here: LexCorp Tower, Smallville, and Darkside War Factory. So nothing really looks new here except for that favorites thing. So let's go into this, and we're going to mark a few items as favorite. So these are the items that I run every day. Still doing Dark Knights. Just going to put the dailies, so I'm not going to put the raids in here. And if the summer seasonal was up... Oh, I can't add that to favorites? Okay, there we go. Let's see if the vault counts. Nice. Save the universe. Krypton is not there. I'm going to put VMF. And then we'll go into custom and pick some others. So even custom is more organized. And it retains everything I selected before. So here's all the event stuff. Are these collapsible? No, they're not. And if we go into favorites, it lists everything I selected. I wonder what this general heading is, like versus what. Okay, let's go into solos. And we're going to, last Son of Krypton's picked. Oh, okay, I selected these last time. So I have Last Son of Krypton, Iceberg Lounge. I'm currently, like, I normally farm these two for base items to sell. And they're like average length, double boss on each one, so that means double loot picker. That is why I like those two. Let's just select a few more for the heck of it. Mannheim Chinese is a nice short one. This is like the Mark farming set here. Star Labs is nice and short. These two are short. Nah, none of these are any good. Wonderverse is good because it has the double loot picker and it's pretty short. Okay, so if we go to favorites now, they're all still under general. Wait, it didn't select them. Okay, let me close out of this and then we'll see if favorites updates. So it doesn't update in real time at least. What? Maybe this is not working. I mean, they clearly stay selected here. Wait, let me get out of this first. Okay, this menu for some reason does not update. But anyway, let's move on. View feats. There's an option for viewing feats. Oh, you know what? I got carried away and I'm using the mouse. So, okay, back to the control pad. So, the viewing feats does not look like it's there yet. Hang on, I'm going to pull up the PlayStation layout really quick so I can name these buttons properly. Okay, so if you hit X, it selects it. If you hit square, it favorites it, and square unfavorites it. Triangle does nothing. And circle goes back. Okay, so if I use the mouse now, and I go into custom, how did I get that prompt for viewing feats though? Got character select. That's kind of out of place, isn't it? Like, why would... Okay, let's just select that. Oh, okay, so it's selecting it for the LPVE events. Okay, yeah, Legends Practice. I think this is kind of a weird place for it. Considering that probably a small small part of the population plays LPVE or even PVE, PvP. And you could select your role. Okay, so the favorites has the view feats. Okay, so going back to controller. Oh, view feats would be L3 then. Okay, so that currently doesn't work. That's why it's blacking out the screen. So you could view feats for any of these. That's potentially really useful if they can get that to work. I want to see if that option shows up on the other menus though. Okay, yeah, it is there. Back. So this is more compact. The character select shows up in arenas and events. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking about this. I would actually bump all the legend stuff to its own category in the bottom and then place this above it. Because this is not relevant to most of the things listed here. I mean, I do understand this listing because Legends Practice is solo and then the rest of them are alert. But, I don't know, just given the importance and the traffic going to those content types, I would just bump Legends to the bottom. Let's see if there's anything else in here. So you could still queue up multiple and it shows you all the runs here. There's a clear all. And I'm just checking this menu to see if the favorites are there, and they are. So it's important to note that on what is the new UI, you cannot select feats. So, I don't know, to me this custom is still more useful. Like going here gives me everything I want. From here it's just if you wanted to queue multiple of different content size, which I never do. So, you know, just like before, I would wish this is the default. Like you open On Duty, it goes to this, and then there's a button to go back to this crappier version of it. Ultimately, like once this is all set up, like once favorites is set up, I would actually want this to be the default page. Like right here with favorites highlighted. Like that would eliminate like 2 or 3 clicks. Something very important is I want the favorites to be different per character. So let's go ahead and do that. Because right now, if you go to the menu and you like expand and collapse stuff, it saves that. Like when you close the menu and you go to the next character, it saves the expansion and the collapse. So I would not want the selections to persist when I change characters, because different characters are going to have different favorites. So let's see what it looks like here. And yeah, it is persisting, so this is not good. See, even the ones this character is locked on became favorited. So the first character was Endgame at the latest episode, and this one is a fresh 30 on test. So meaning I just got off the ship and transported to the watchtower. So yeah, that is something I would look at for the devs. If you know, before you launch this, characters are different, please make it different per character. But I think that's all to cover on the new UI now. This is like the first time it's on test, so you know, they didn't fix anything yet. This is just the first look for everybody to test. Okay, stay tuned for more items on test, and thanks for watching.